Hey, welcome back, everybody. I'm Kane Scofield. This is the American Car Classics radio program. With me is Mike Carano and Todd Byron. I mumbled a little bit, but you understood me. You're listening to us on WMMB 92.7. Hope you're having a blessed day.
There you go.
That was nice.
It was pretty strong, wasn't it?
It was. It was.
All righty then.
Makes
It was
me want to
pleasant.
listen.
Yeah. I want to take a second real quick, guys. We're going to talk to Kevin, our producer, who's not paying attention to us right now, but that's okay because the machines are doing what they're supposed to be doing. Jacob Fairchild. Jake Fairchild is a great friend of ours here on the show. He's a friend of mine personally. He is the representative for Jasper Engines and Transmissions here in Central Florida. And Jake, his daughter had a baby, so Jake is a new grandfather,
Awesome.
first time going around. His daughter is Tori Fairchild, and she gave birth last week to her daughter Blake Ann. So to the entire Fairchild family, congratulations on this, and hope your lives are blessed by this birth and everything else that goes with it. So,
Absolutely.
Yeah. Blake Ann,
That's
huh?
great.
yeah, Blake Ann.
Nice. That's what my granddaughter's name is, Blake.
Is it really?
Yep. Blake
Okay.
Dominique. Yep.
I don't know the name. It's not really something that
It's
to me,
gender neutral.
No, it's not. It's a man's name.
Well, if it's a man's name, you just said she gave birth
I
to
know
a
that.
daughter. Well, it's gender neutral.
I understand.
That's what the millennials pick now.
Yes, sir.
Gender neutral names.
And this is where we'll stop the topic because it gets gray after that. So Kevin, we were talking at the beginning of the show, and because we have the microphones and we talk about who we are each week, people don't necessarily know that you're our producer here on site.
Behind the scenes.
Behind the scenes,
Right.
you get to be heard but not seen
right.
because there's
Yeah.
a certain.
I have the power.
Well, for podcasting, you
got the
have to
power?
have the
He's got the
face.
power of the
you have
hour.
you can shut us off.
Yes, I can.
Yes, don't.
I wouldn't do that.
Right, exactly.
I wouldn't do that to our
appreciate that.
listeners.
But you
Thank
are
you.
wearing a very cool shirt, and I appreciate that. It is the same one as Todd's, and I wondered how you got that cool shirt.
Well, we
And then I learned that Todd gave it to you.
No.
it was the Dick Arbitrell.
The benefit.
What do you
form.
call it? A benefit, yes.
Yeah, we
So
had-
my
you
band
won
played
it?
there, and then I did the MC for all the auctions and giveaways and stuff like that. And,
How did you get the shirt?
I think my daughter actually won it.
Oh wow!
So
It was fixed.
it was
It was-
my size, so I confiscated it.
Yeah.
Right. So when we
Got
were
a cool
talking,
65 Impala on the back.
yes, it does. It's all sledded out.
Yeah.
When we were opening the show, you wanted to comment about something that went on in your life today, or was it
Just
the
in
other
go
day?
history in general.
Oh.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
and this week in car history.
Oh, well, that's going to come up later. I'm sorry, you're out of place. I thought this was a workplace incident.
No, but
Would
go
you want
ahead.
me to save it?
No,
go ahead.
Tell us.
We're
Just
already,
something I
we already
came
did the
prepared.
intro. You got it. They're biting right now.
Yes. So in 1968, Florida man.
Florida man.
Yeah, Florida man.
I don't know who he is.
You know,
This started way back then. Florida man started way back then.
Right. Yeah, I was going to say, things are bad when a news story starts out a Florida man.
No, this isn't a Florida man. This is Florida man.
Yeah.
Well, this is a certain Florida man. His name is Alan K. Breed.
Can we say
Right.
that?
And
Yeah, why not? It's in the news story. Go
yes,
ahead.
in the news.
Yeah.
So he invented a $5 crash sensor, which actually leads to the first electromechanical airbag system.
Oh.
That was in 1968, and the first car to have a passenger airbag was the Oldsmobile Tornado.
Front wheel drive.
Yep, I don't know the
Yeah.
exact
Oh.
year. It doesn't say the year of the car, but Oldsmobile Tornado won a whole lot of them. So.
Okay.
Oh, that's cool.
And,
That was a big
and
car,
also
too.
in this week in car history is the first printed automobile advertisement was printed on. It was actually on July 30th, 1898.
Okay.
Wow.
So
I remember back then.
no, you do not. That's a good memory.
Since my background is printing,
Right.
and Todd's wife also, I thought that was pretty interesting.
Yeah.
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 Her name is Julie.
That's
Hi, Julie.
cool.
Yeah, the tornado. This brings me back that in my neighborhood growing up over in Clearwater was a guy who had a pacer, and he had a giant, thick piece of plexiglass right behind the front seat, and in the back he had a Tornado transverse engine, rear end, all that built in this pacer. And he
Really?
called it Ray's Rocket. It had nitrous.
Really?
Yeah.
Them things were like a big glass bubble to begin with.
Yeah.
The Pacers.
Oh yeah. So plenty of room to put a.
Yeah, I remember when I was a kid and seeing them go down. It looks like the Jetsons, you know.
Yeah. I saw a story that said this isn't the Jetsons, but there's a car that's supposed to be being built that's flying something like what was of the Jetsons.
Oh, really?
this new technology is just all crazy. You talk about, Kevin, when the first airbags were invented, the first thought of an airbag or something, and how long it took to get it into real production to where it was good. And
Yeah.
not like the Hitachi kind that blew up all over the place and they had to do big recalls on, but front-wheel drive, front-wheel drive was in motorhomes back in the early 60s.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
And it didn't come out in cars until mid-'80s.
Well,
right?
what is that movie? What was it?
Well, the Toronado was front-wheel drive, and what year did that come out? I think that was the first one, I guess.
I
The
think it was
sensor
like
was invented
81.
in 1968.
Yeah,
so
but we moved
Yeah,
from
but the
that.
Toronado,
the Toronado
was
a
before
sensor.
81.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
And that was
So
a big,
68.
that was a big car.
And was it Toronado? It was front-wheel drive.
Front-wheel drive
from
from
the
the
beginning.
beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 60s, mid-60s. Okay.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I thought it was a lot later. I certainly
Might have
wasn't
been.
anything really in the 70s that was done except maybe a couple models. The Cadillac maybe had one or something.
Yeah,
but
the Barrettes.
the Barrettes.
Yeah, it
Oh,
was
yeah.
yeah.
That just sounds like
This doesn't sound right.
big money.
Yes, no, it does. Like
Sounds
the
expensive.
My
Excalibur.
Barrettes.
Like
Right.
the
It sounds
Excalibur.
expensive.
Right,
Yeah.
right. As when you say
Excalibur, yeah.
Pinto,
Eh.
right, it's like a
Yeah.
a bean fell on the floor, kick it to the
Just say
cockroach, it's
Mustang,
in-
bro.
Say Mustang.
What's the
It's
matter
not
with
a
Mustang?
Pinto.
Yeah, it's not a Pinto. It's a
It's
Mustang.
not a Pinto, right? right.
Okay, carry on.
All right, so that was pretty cool. Your opinions. I want to ask your opinions on some things as to preferences of what you all like and stuff. Tell me
boy.
what your opinions are. Blowers versus turbos versus Pro Chargers versus nitrous. None of us have any of that on any of our cars.
No.
First of all,
Nope.
right?
No.
Well, you don't have nitrous on the Chevelle?
No, that's a subwoofer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 300 watt.
Wow.
Boom, boom.
Just
I
doesn't
didn't
make,
want one of those
doesn't
big,
make you
ugly
go
speakers.
fast. It just
No,
slap.
it just looks good. I'm not into all that crap.
It's
Yeah,
just naturally aspirated, and that's how it was.
Yeah, years ago, my first car, I had a '68 Camaro, and I had the B&M blower on it, the one that was
Yeah.
underneath the hood,
Right.
Okay.
and
The
that
low
was great.
profile
Low
looking
profile
good,
blower, great. It was, I think, it was called forced induction. I think at
Yeah.
the time.
Okay.
And nobody knew you had it until you really get on it. Then you'd hear that whistle,
Yeah.
and then they'd know that you had, some
This is
power.
what I like this about the turbos, but you get the on these Pro Chargers, you get all this the turbos, you get the intercoolers,
Right.
and they're stuffed out so far now that you can really almost tell when you're looking at a car that it's got that
It's
under the
turboed,
hood.
yeah.
Yeah.
And you get a massive amount of horsepower with those turbos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw a car online that had four
Right.
turbos, and it's a V8, and it's just you can't imagine the horsepower that they're just pushing into this. An engine's an air pump, so the more you can cram into it,
Right.
the more you're going to get out of it.
Yeah,
Right.
I mean, Greg with the '57 Chevy wagon and Sebastian,
Yeah.
his LS has twin turbos on
Yeah.
it, and he could crank that up to 1,500 horsepower.
It's crazy.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
And well, you even see the little tuner cars driving around now.
Yes.
And those, with that weird stance.
Yeah.
I don't get that whole thing.
But don't pull up and try to race one.
No, you can't race them. No.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they have that disgusting boiler exhaust, which I can't stand.
Yeah.
Mike, I almost know what I'm going to get you for your birthday. It's October, right? At the end of October? November. Okay. Beginning of November. So, yeah. So I almost know. Yeah.
Buying boiler exhaust.
Something, man. Just, a hat.
Yeah, for that.
Boil a hat.
Oh, yeah. That, give me a bowler exhaust hat with a Pontiac shirt. I'm in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, you definitely have to wear it on the show.
Yeah.
Mike is not a fan of Pontiacs. We can talk old Buick. We can talk anything you want. Just we'll talk all the Fords you want to talk.
Yeah, Ford's not Pontiac. I'm not a big
Right.
fan. I mean,
Right.
the GTO is nice, but I'm not just a big fan of Pontiac.
The GTO is a nice car.
Yeah.
What was your favorite year of that?
Probably 70. 70 GTO. I like it.
Todd?
I'd have to agree with him there. I like the 70. I
You're
fare
a
for
70 everything. You're a 7.
But,
You really.
No, really, I like the 60, the 65.
Yeah.
I like the 65.
Yeah, but I prefer the body style of the 70.
Yeah, it's a little bit more sleeker looking.
Yeah, definitely. The 65 was definitely still like the Nova shoebox, kind of the square, like
Yeah.
it was, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. What they call it, his and her shifter. What was the shifter?
Yeah,
It's
his
like
and
an
her shifter,
automatic.
yeah.
But yeah,
That
I
was
like
on
that.
was that on the GTO or the 442 had that? The his and her ship.
No, well, the GTO had it. It was either like a stick shift or like an automatic.
Gotcha.
So it was either way, not like the one on the Oldsmobiles.
Right.
You didn't see them a lot. I mean, they were pretty popular, but at
Right.
times they weren't.
Well, we have the about the 65 Olds 442 F85 edition, and I've never had one, but it's really the same as the guy that we have in Sebastian that drove the bus before. He won the lottery, and
Yes,
he's
yes.
got the red one.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's a GTO.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mine's a 442, but it's really the same car. So, I look at his at all the car shows, and I just try to see each little different thing that I can think about where I would be doing or what different maybe as I go to build this car. So,
Right.
yeah, it's pretty cool. So the preferences, we get away from this, but you're
Naturally aspirated.
so forget all these.
Well, I just prefer that. If I had to choose out of all of them, I would probably, because obviously I'm wanting to go with some massive power. I'm
Yeah.
going to go with a turbo.
Yeah, okay.
Turbos.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with turbos, right?
I like the look of the blowers.
Me too.
Mike's
Yeah.
car with the Camaro with
Yeah.
the blower sticking out. It looks really nice.
It does. It's old
But-
classic hot rod.
Right. But I like I said, my '68 Camaro had the B&M blower with the blower underneath the hood, which I like better.
Right.
Only because you can't. I'm not a big fan of the
Gaudy,
holes in the hood
right.
and stuff,
Yeah.
or
Right.
not driving around with a hood.
But the true sleeper effect. I mean,
Yeah.
you get, hey, look, man, he's got, it sounds good. He's got a built small block, probably
Right,
great, whatever.
right,
Let's
yeah.
rev him up, and all of a sudden they hear that whistle, and they're
They
like,
hear the little whistle. And they
second
know
gear, I'm
it's
done.
Yeah.